Hey everyone, it's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. Well, it is Saturday, the 8th of October of 2016, and I'm here with a really exciting announcement. I know I told you guys last time I was here that I would soon be releasing my book on animal communication, and well, the day has arrived. It took me a little bit to get it all sorted out and get it up and running on my website. I had to do a paperback and a Kindle version so that all of you could get a chance to receive the book in the various formats that you requested. So as of today, the book is now available in paperback on CreateSpace. That's the same website that I used to put out my other book, Diary of an Asset. So I will put the link in the description box below for the book. Essentially, it's Animal Communication, the book that I've created, was based off of my most popular YouTube video that is on this channel, and it is known as Animal Communication 101. And this video was so popular that I had so many people ask me to make a book out of it that I essentially just took that video, which really used to be a class. I used to kind of teach online classes for people on various subjects. And this was one that used to be a class that people paid for, and then I gave it away for free. And after I had given it away for free, it just blew up. I think it has like, 15,000, 16,000 views on YouTube. So I made it 3 years ago, that video, and to this day, I still receive comments of people just really thanking me for the video and asking me how they too could communicate with animals. So long story short, I compiled all of my data from that video, plus some other research that I've done over the past 3 years since I first embarked upon creating that class. And I've condensed it all down into just like a 50-page, very simple, easy to follow guidebook. And this guidebook is based on 5 steps that I have created to help you communicate with your animal. And now through these 5 steps, it's various things like listen, speak, using telepathy, using faith, and practicing. Those are really the 5 steps. And if you can learn how to connect with all of those different things that I've mentioned and make this a daily routine, doesn't matter if you have a little animal. I've got one right here at my feet. It's usually Freya lately, I'm telling you. Here's Freya. She's a lot bigger probably since you guys saw her on my first Mandela effect video. Freya, you want to say hello? She's just about 2 months old now. But it doesn't matter if your animals are big or small, if you have dogs or cats, if you have owls or foxes or rats. All animals work the same way. We're all from the same kingdom, and that is humanity and nature, Mother Nature. We've got the animal kingdom and we've got human beings, but we all come from the same big God source or the big creator source or whatever everybody wants to call God. I just like to call him God. It's easier for me. But we are all coming from this same beautiful energy of creation, whether it be plant, animal, or human. And when we can learn to bridge the gap between ourselves and the animal the animal kingdom, then we bridge the gap and we create this beautiful ripple effect of animal communication between humans and animals, and we don't have to be so separate from them anymore. Really, honestly, I made it a really short book because I felt like 10 pages on each topic was really enough. I like to keep things short and simple and easy to remember, so that's really why I made the book as simple as it was. I even made it in kind of a larger print because I have some really young clients and I have clients who are a lot older. And I've had a few people say, could you make your next book with larger print? It was hard for me to read. Diary of an Asset. So I even made it in large print for you guys. So it's very simple. Anyone from like a child to an adult could read this book and understand it. And yeah, it's available in paperback right now. Now, Amazon is a little bit slower, so they will take anywhere between 3 to 5 business days before you can just go directly to Amazon.com and type in animal communication by Stasha Erickson. It may take a few days, so I will just put the link in the description box below. And if you are a member of my website, or if you've been to my website before, I have created a new tab on the website known as the books section. And now if you want to know about upcoming releases that I have, you can just go to the website and click on books, and there you will see the books that I have available. So as soon as it's available on Amazon and on Kindle, I will update on the website for you guys right away. But I'm really excited, and I wanted to mention that I made the book very affordable because it was a shorter book and it's just a simple guidebook really on animal communication. The paperback price is going to be just $8.99. So I made it very affordable, and the Kindle price will be $2.99. I can never set it lower than that. That is like the Kindle bottom line thing. I always enroll my books to be allowed to be put into libraries and schools and to be lent out and to be used as research projects. So when you have your book being able to be used as a lending book all over, they don't allow you to charge any less than $2.99. But I still think that's pretty good. I did put a lot of work into this. I've had a lot of you guys asking me when it will be ready. So the time has come. The time is now. Go grab your copy of Animal Communication, Talk to Animals in 5 Easy Steps by Sasha Erickson today. Now, off of that note, I am getting on the plane tomorrow. You guys know I do this every 3 months. I go between Norway and California due to immigration. So I'm heading off tomorrow, but I just wanted to stop for a moment and talk a little bit about really current events here, and this is Hurricane Matthew. I have been posting some stuff on Facebook about it, and honestly, there are so many people that have never heard of man-made storms that I'm like shocked. I've been watching Matthew and his behavior patterns and the whole nine since he's been created, and it's definitely not natural. This storm has not been natural at all. And I find it very funny that it comes right on the heels of the presidential debate. And if you guys don't think that people in positions of power like presidents and Congress people, that they don't have access to these man-made weather technologies, you're absolutely wrong. Especially the person that they're about to put into the White House, they would have them in on something like this. So yeah, this sounds like crazy conspiracy theories, but it's not. HAARP is a real system. And if you don't know what HAARP is, please do yourself a favor and go to the internet and Google HAARP, HAARP. And it's basically a radio frequency type of weapon. And it's known to, manipulate weather patterns, and it's been known to do all types of things that people just simply can't even imagine. So yes, I believe the storm is man-made. No, I do not believe that people should be so afraid of this, but I think people should be aware of this. But the other thing that I really have to say is that for everyone that I know who's located on the East Coast, from the top of Maine all the way to the bottom of Florida, because this storm is not natural, I highly suggest for all of you to not take this lightly. I don't like what Governor Nikki Haley has been doing in South Carolina by forcing people out, and if they don't evacuate, she was essentially threatening their lives to say that an officer or somebody else, if you did not agree, would then essentially come after you, and they would be heavily armed. So in other words, you either come with us or we'll come and get you. The governor of, it was either the mayor or the governor of Georgia I saw last night as well, he was saying the same thing. He said if everybody isn't out, they're going to start banging door to door and forcing people out. They're busing people off in buses, taking them to FEMA camp shelters. And you guys know where I'm going with this. It's pretty obvious, the agenda. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to get away with it. I just want everyone to be aware that there is definitely something very strange about the timing of when these storms are occurring, how long they're persisting, how this is one of the strongest storms that's ever hit that part of the East Coast in over it was 118 years or something insane like that. Something is up. So please just be aware that there are things out there that we don't understand, and there are things that are man-made that are actually killing and destroying people, places, and things. Then we can be starting to take things a little more seriously. So I don't want people to feel like they have to run from their homes, but I don't know what these people are up to right now. I feel like they have another agenda that's even deeper beneath all of this. So if you're on the East Coast, I would just strongly suggest for all of you to take a little break out west. If it's a week, if it's a few days, if it's a month. I just have a feeling that this Matthew thing, it's already coming back around again from where it's been. And they think, or they predict, the meteorologists, that Matthew might spin back a total of 3 times. And it's very odd because Matthew's storm pattern is literally like in the shape of a 6. So if he comes around 3 times, it's literally 666. And if you've ever seen the logo for CERN, it's just 3 sixes that slightly turn in a different way. That's essentially the pattern that Matthew's storm pattern has been taking. So anyway, there's nothing we can actually do about this, unfortunately, besides praying about it and educating others. But for those of you who are under the radar, meaning if you are from Maine down to Florida, I would really suggest for all of you, if you have the option, to leave. Leave until things calm down a little bit, even if, again, if it's just a few days to a week. But there are predictions that this water damage will be so bad that the East Coast may be uninhabitable for up to 3 months' time. This is super serious. So hopefully all of you have storm and weather insurance and all of this stuff. And I hope that none of you are so stubborn that you're just staying there and not willing to leave, because I think Matthew's coming back. And there's a very good chance that they're not going to drop this until the damage toll or the death toll is as high as they want it. And it sounds terrible to think that the government would want human beings to die, but if you know anything about the Georgia Guidestones, then you know what this is about. It's a slow-moving depopulation event. And you know, I hate to go from happiness and animal communication to that, but this is what I do. And I just feel that it's very important that we become aware of these things. You know, they're not conspiracies anymore. They are proof. So, I just really pray to everybody, please be safe on the East Coast. Take a break. Go west. It's the safest place to be. That's the place I'm heading now. I don't think it's anything to be afraid of, but we have to be aware, and we also need to protect ourselves, that if we think other people are going to do things to manipulate us, that we feel strong and powerful within our own selves and our own decisions and convictions, that we won't be pushed around at the same time, you know, but we do have to protect ourselves. This is not a war that we can win, you know. I don't honestly think this is even a war of humans at all. I think it's way deeper. I think it's even got to do with the ending of my book where I talk about Antarctica and that whole theory of who and what occupies that space. But this may not be a war of countries at all. It really may be a war of humans versus something else. And, you know, I don't have the answers, but I definitely know that what they're presenting to us is not true. But in the meantime, it's not worth it to risk anything. Please, all of you, get safe. Say prayers, light candles. I have like this whole setup over here on my table here where I just have like multiple little grids that I've been setting up. And each little grid, I'll just focus on a city. South Carolina, I did last night. Georgia, I was focusing on as well yesterday. And then we had a candle for New York and a candle for Florida. And whatever little bits of intention that you can do to try to do your part. There's not so much I can physically do from here besides make a YouTube video and say a prayer and light a candle. But whatever you can do to help raise up the energy right now, that's the best thing that we can do. Not fight back, not rebel. I literally hate guns, so I would never tell anybody to go get guns or do anything like that. It's to be in peace, to be calm, to be the bigger people. We have to be the bigger person all the time right now. So that's all that I can ask for all of you, is to go out and do whatever little things that you can do to try to help this overall situation. Because there's a lot of people in fear out there right now. And if we get in fear too, it's only going to fuel the fire and it'll make things worse. So let's try to be calm, cool, collected, and understand a little bit about the bigger picture. Humans are really smart and really powerful, so don't give your power away. We need to give ourselves a lot more credit right now, especially right now. Okay guys, so I'm embarking upon a very long journey. It takes me almost a total of 24 hours by the time I leave Norway and I totally get to my mama's house in California. It takes a long time. I even have a long drive down from LA to San Diego, which is where my family live. So I have a long journey ahead of me, so I may not be doing any content for a while. I'm only gone for a couple of weeks, so I may not make any videos over those couple of weeks unless shit keeps getting crazy right now and I feel that you guys just need a little guidance, or if I can just come and give my 2 cents of support. I always try to do that, but family time for me is like so precious, so I probably will just be focused on that for a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, if you need me, you guys can always go to my website, stashaerickson.com. I have readings available there. I now have 2 books available there, and you can always contact me through the contact section. And if I get busy, it usually doesn't ever take me more than like 2 weeks to get back to you. So if you can still you can still send orders to me, and I will prioritize them the best that I can, but just know I'm in family mode right now. So yeah, go grab your copy of Animal Communication, Talk to Animals in 5 Easy Steps. It's now available in paperback for $8.99, and soon, maybe by Monday at the latest, you can just literally search the same title on Amazon. You can go to my Amazon author page as well. If you guys haven't, if you have an Amazon account, you can follow me, kind of like you follow someone on Twitter. And if you follow my Amazon author page, it will give you updates of all the releases that I have. Plus, I've done the research, and I think I'm the only Stasha Erickson in the whole world with that spelling for sure. So you could just type Stasha Erickson into Amazon, and if you can't find it through one link, you'll find it through another. I've made it available worldwide throughout all of European distribution as well. So I'm very excited, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the book. It's nothing, complex. It's nothing super long and hard to understand. It's a simple, easy guidebook, and we really do have to bridge this gap between humans and animals because we are equal. We're all coming from God. We're all coming from Source, and we need to respect one another and love one another. Okay, guys, sending you so much love and peace. I will do more Mandela Effect videos, but one of the things I'll be working on when I'm in California is the book, the Mandela Effect book. So I may still just leave off making any more content until I return. But time is flying like crazy right now, so I'm sure I'll be back a lot sooner than any of you guys would ever expect. Okay, talk to you all soon. Ha det bra! Bye.